In Prabhuji, in the later half, we like had a debate also. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Hare Bol.
So can you hear us clearly?
Yes, there's a bit of background noise, but we somehow barely we can hear. It's good. Good attempt. Please continue.
Yes, okay. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, Mataji, and thank you, Krishna, for arranging this classes, and thank you all other gurus. So last week we discussed that our foundation should be very good. Like in kindergarten, we learn that 1 + 1 is equal to 2, and when our foundation is good, then we can do better later. And I also the most important point from the last week that I found was that quote from Surdas. Like we've discussed this before also, and Avinash Babu also mentioned this to us many times that Hari Kripa Kab Jane Jab Dikhe Apna Road, that we have to find our own faults, then we can achieve perfection.
Very nice. Thank you. Are you under some construction site or something?
We are actually at Jaipur at Govind Dev Ji temple. Like we asked Avinash Babu that should we go there. We are at Jaipur. We are going Jaisalmer to my house, so we were at Jaipur for 1 day.
Okay. Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji, for arranging these classes. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Krishna Prabhuji and Krishna Prabhuji. So, in last class that everybody said, we read Perfection of Yoga, and we read in it about Ashtang Yoga, the Eightfold Yoga system, and how it was used to perform to control our senses. But the thing is, we also learned that the main reason to control our senses through any yoga system is not the aim should be that we control our senses and desire and work towards the satisfaction of Krishna, the Supreme Lord. That is Krishna consciousness. And when we do bhakti, it automatically comes. That's why it is superior. And in Kali Yuga, this bhakti yoga is the only way to get out of this material cycle of birth and death. So also anyone can be a sannyasi, a perfect sannyasi. And to be a perfect sannyasi, it is not just 10, 20, 30 or 40 people should be there. Everyone, each one of us can be a sannyasi by simply performing activities and dovetailing it to the Krishna. Also, we touched the point that one should know that we are obligated to work in this material world and shouldn't be attached with the fruits and results of the activities we are doing. It is a very big concept that no one follows, to not get attached to the result. But eventually, when we study, as we are a study group, and when we study scriptures, research about it, and chant and dovetail our life towards Krishna, will automatically gain the insight of this verse. Thank you, Prabhuji. That's the point I made.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Just one point that in Kali Yuga, Bhakti Yoga is the recommended process, easiest process. Other processes are existing, but it is very difficult. That's it. Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji, for arranging this class. Thank you, Raja Mataji. Thank you, Krishna Sarpan Krishna Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I remember one of the point is that it is our duty to act in Krishna consciousness because we are part and parcel of Krishna. And the second most important point I like is हरि कृपा तब जानिए जब दिखे अपना दोष, and I have pondered this the whole week. And whatever happens, like something went wrong or something went wrong by some other also, I am just thinking like I am wrong. And because of that some reason, there was a point every time I was remembering this sentence. So and I also discussed with my family, so this point has actually made me feel that this is very important to understand our faults rather than pointing out it to others. Thank you Prabhuji for
Hare Krishna.
that.
Thank you. So also, that it's not that others' faults are our fault. No, not that way. But we must see our fault. That is the most important. Only by mercy of Krishna we can see. Otherwise, we'll say, no, no, no. I may be at fault, but you are more fault than me. Hypocrisy. Very nice. This Surdas is Surdas Maharaj's instruction. Very nice. Hare Krishna. Okay.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Mataji and Krishna Samarpan Prabhu, and all the other devotees for sharing realizations. From the last class, as everyone already mentioned, that we first discussed what is perfection. And there was an incident mentioned by Prabhuji about the Japanese company that even the flaws that 10,000 faulty products are allowed, so they made exact 10,000 faulty products. So and that was like perfection should be everywhere. So and the next point was hari kripa tab janiye jab dikhe uh, khud ka dosh. So the self introspection, how important is that it is only available when there's mercy of Krishna. And another point was there was a question asked that how eightfold yoga system, the Ashtanga yoga system, is superior than Bhakti yoga. The answer was, what I realized is there are so many rules and regulations to follow and how to control the senses during the Ashtanga yoga. But as we have discussed in our classes, that detachment from all the things are not possible. But if we channelize, transfer that things to Krishna, that for an example, when it was taught that we shouldn't drink tea or we shouldn't eat onion and garlic. So when anyone else would be drinking that, I would feel that let me drink once. But when Prabhuji said that we don't do this because I love Krishna. So I started telling myself that I love Krishna, so I won't drink tea. So that is how Bhakti Yoga is more easy to from Ashtanga Yoga for me. Thank you so much.
Jai. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Babuji. Subhadra also listened to the class, so she wants to share some.
Oh, Shubhada Mataji ki jai. Very nice. Very nice. बोलिए बोलिए. आप हिंदी में बोलेंगे कि इंग्लिश में बोलेंगे आप?
इंग्लिश में प्रभुजी.
आप ऑस्ट्रेलियन है, ऑस्ट्रेलियन हिंदी, ऑस्ट्रेलियन हिंदी बोलेंगे फिर आप, तो बेटर इंग्लिश ही बोलिए आप. ठीक है, बोलिए बोलिए. Very nice.
Some of the
First of all, you say thank
yes.
you.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for giving me this opportunity to share my point in this class. And from the encouragement from my father, I did make some points, so I will share those points. Hare Krishna. Some points I found out that, like, what is perfection? My definition, what perfection is that it or whom has no mistakes, that is perfection to me. It is very easy for other people to think that, oh, look, she has so many faults or he has so many faults. They've got like so many faults. But it's not very easy for us to see what type of faults we have. But it's very easy for others to point out what faults we have. And the Eightfold Yoga system is a method to control the mind and senses. This yoga system is very difficult for people to perform in this kind of Kali Yoga, which is characterized by ignorance and chaos. In this world, there are people to act and maintain their families, but those people have a view of sense gratification. But to be perfect, need to act in Krishna consciousness. That also means that you have to act detached from the fruits of labor. Hare Krishna.
Oh, very nice. Subhadra Mataji ki jai. Very good, man. Hey, you will start preaching now. You'll be jobless. Right? I'll become jobless now. I'll have to go to unemployment benefit in my country, Please, please. Very nice. Very good.
Thank
Make
you.
notes like this all the time. Very good. And you can speak so nicely, Very good audition power you've got. All the best to you.
Thank
Guru
you.
Maharaj was so happy, so happy. This is what Maharaj said when Maharaj heard Krishna Samapan Krishna for the first time here in Auckland. He must have been 3.5 or something. 340. Purnapragya Devi would no remember the year. I think around less than
around that.
3.25, isn't it? 3.25. He was singing all the verses. Maharaj came and Maharaj gave a class, and then Maharaj said, "Okay, now we'll go." He said, "No, Maharaj, verses by Krishna Samapan Krishna." So yes, let's listen. And he sang some verses, seed verses. So Maharaj said, "Oh, so nice. We'll become jobless now," Maharaj said. He said, "Now we are jobless now, huh? What is?" So I'm repeating the same words. I remember. You're making us jobless, all you young children. Very nice. All the best. All the best.
Thank you,
All
Prabhu, for your
from there.
encouragement, Prabhu.
Thank
No, come on,
you.
get the fact. Very good.
Krishna.
Oh my God, this is very, very inspiring, Subhadra. Mataji, to see you. How old are you? I just want you to tell everyone how old you are.
I'm turning 13 this year.
And you're not speaking like a 13-year-old at all. This is so, so inspiring, Sanjeev Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Very
Thank you
nice.
very much for
Krishna.
all your
Very
guidance and your encouragement.
Jai. You just keep following your father. You'll be all good. All the best to you.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Okay. Anybody else from other revisions want to say anything before we start?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for engaging all of us. Thank you, Purna Pragna Mataji. Thank you, Krishna Smarpa Krishna Prabhu. I would like to share a few points which is already shared by most of the devotees, that the loving being, we have to act on the satisfaction of the for the loving of Krishna, to get the love of Krishna, not for the satisfaction of our own. So when we are working to satisfy, when our devotional service is satisfying Krishna, which will consider us as a perfect sannyasi, and the one who is unattached to the fruit of his work, and who work as he is obligated in the renounced order of life. He is true mystic, not who light no fire and perform a no work. So the sacrifice has to be performed by everyone, because this is, and in Kali Yuga, and as we know, that Srila Prabhupada has given this the biggest sacrifice, that if we are following, we are Sankirtana movement, and we have so much scriptures to get the knowledge. So this is, we have nowhere else to go. This is, everything is given to us in a plate to just honor it. So thank you so much, Prabhuji, for presenting this all to us. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Thank you, Hare Krishna. And the Sankirtan movement is inaugurated by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yeah, Prabhupada brought it to us, taught us this. Okay? Very nice. All the best. Hare Krishna. Just keep following Sanjeev Prabhu. It's best. Your love will be very safe. All the best. Okay, we'll wait for 10 more seconds. Others want to say anything, please? So you guys an opportunity. Okay, Krishna, can you please share the screen? We'll start with the discussion now. Who would like to volunteer to read? Volunteers to read? Om Prabhu, okay, all right. One volunteer, let's hear from you. Yes, please. Can you read now? Om Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. It is our duty to act in Krishna consciousness because we are constitutionally parts and parcel of Supreme. The parts of the body work for the satisfaction of the entire body, not for the individual parts. The goal is the satisfaction of complete whole. Similarly, the living entity should act for the satisfaction of the supreme whole, the supreme personality of Godhead, and not for his own personal satisfaction. One who can do this is the perfect sannyasi and the perfect yogi. In the first verse of 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the chapter dealing with Sankhya Yoga, Bhagwan Shri Krishna states, Anashrita karma phalam karyam karma karoti yaha sa sannyasi cha yogi cha na niragnir na chakriyah. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. One who is unattached to the fruits of his work and who works as he is obligated is in the renounced order of life. And he is the true mystic, not he who lights no fire and performs no work. Sometimes sannyasis, renunciates, incorrectly think that they have become liberated from all material engagements and therefore no longer have to perform Agnihotra yagnas or fire sacrifices. This is a mistake. Certain yagnas, sacrifices, have to be performed by everyone for purification. Since sannyasis are not traditionally required to perform yagnas, they sometimes think that they can attain liberation by ceasing to perform the ritualistic yagnas. But actually, unless one comes to the platform of Krishna consciousness, there is no question of liberation. Those sannyasis who cease to perform yagnas are in fact acting out of self-interest because their goal is to become one with the impersonal Brahman. That is the ultimate goal of the impersonalist, Mayavadis, who have one major goal or demand to become one with the supreme impersonal being. The devotees have no such demands. They are simply satisfied in serving Krishna for the satisfaction of Krishna. They do not want anything in return. That is the characteristics of pure devotion. It was Lord Chaitanya
Just one
Mahaprabhu.
second. Can you point out from this particular paragraph any highlighted points for you?
Yes, Prabhuji. In this, what I understood was that Mayavadis, the impersonalists, they have demand of being one with Supreme Being, and not even Supreme Being, the impersonal being. But that's not how devotees have. Devotees want to satisfy Krishna. They want to serve Krishna. They don't want to get away from their work. And the work of are all the human should be the work, the duty of all humans should be to work towards satisfaction of Krishna. That most of the renunciators or sannyasis don't do. They don't want to work. They just want to become one with Supreme Being. So that's not how that's not how they will get liberation.
Okay.
And it is
How about this point that devotees are not interested for any personal satisfaction? They are interested only being satisfied in serving Krishna. What do we understand by this? Anyone, please, on this? Yeah. What do you understand by this? Are we ready for this kind of devotional service? They are simply satisfied in serving Krishna for the satisfaction of Krishna. The devotees have no such demands or no demands at all. They do not want anything in return. How many of us want to do this devotional service? They raise your hands. You all want to do it. Yeah, nobody wants to put the hands down. Everybody wants to do this service. How many of us goes to Krishna with a request and demand? Tell me. Yeah, that's right. Krishna want this, Krishna, I want that. And why is Krishna not giving it to me? Is it not so? I'm doing so much chanting, so much this, so much that, but why Krishna not reciprocating, not saving me? Krishna is not dead. He's not there. God is dead. Yeah. See, understand one thing. At the beginning stage, when we are not yet in the purification process very serious, we do not understand the philosophy very clearly. We do not implement the philosophy. First of all, we do not know the philosophy. I mean, studying also, reciting, and then in our time, thinking about it. These three processes is very important. What is the first process? Our own study, self-study, swadhyaya, swa-adhyaya. Not that somebody else is reading. He give big lectures on YouTube, and you listen to the YouTube video, and then you feel very good, very nice, and go home and go to sleep. Next day morning, again you're fresh. What did you learn? Nothing really. Oh, well, we are servant of Krishna. We should love Krishna. That's it. Everything is the same thing. No, that's not the way. We have to study ourselves. That is the reason why, from the very beginning, in our beginners like class only, we make you read. Who teaches like this? You read. Who teaches? Have you read? Have you sent anywhere else? Anybody doing like this? Have you seen any YouTube video reading like this that you read? They say, I will read. They won't show some scripture, but they will read themselves, right? Person who's giving the class. But we make you read. Have you thought about it? Any one of you? Why like this? Yes, have you thought about it? Can you raise your hand? Raise your hand next to your face because your skin only shows your face. You know? Yeah, very good. So, Om Prabhu, why do you think we do this? You thought about it, very nice. What did you think?
First of all, that Avinash Prabhuji used to say ki we are study group, we don't do katha recitation. So when you study yourself, you will understand and you will meditate on it. Otherwise, we will just simply talk and you will listen and then forget.
That's right. That is correct. And whenever we met Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj, Guru Maharaj, whenever, wherever, I remember meeting Maharaj, Maharaj sit down, and Maharaj open the Bhagavatam and say, oh, take out this verse, canto this, for this verse, and read. So we would read, you know. And Maharaj said, now, okay, now stop. What did you understand by this verse? So this is what it is. I said, okay, very good. And then Maharaj would explain this. What are we doing? What are we doing? Same thing. You make you read these words. What did you understand? Tell me. And then we explain to you. Exactly the same thing. This is called parampara. And you will do the same thing. So what happens is, in this case, the mercy is flowing. But the moment you start to interpret something, you will be at fault. Your mercy is gone from you. So what happens is this, that we are telling you and teaching you how to see praman. If I read from somewhere which I don't tell you, how do you know whether I'm speaking the correct verses or not, or correct philosophy or not? So from the very beginning, we are teaching you to be cautioning, all of you. All of you have to be very cautious. So this is the reason why we make you study yourselves. Okay? You understand this point? Let's move on. Yes, please continue, Prabhuji.
It was Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who expressed this devotional attitude so succinctly. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, kavitam va jagat ichha kamaye, mama janmani janmanishware, bhavatat bhaktir ahetuki tvai. O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor to enjoy beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. What I want is only the causeless mercy of your devotional service in my life, birth after birth.
Okay. Yeah.
Shikshashtaka.
4. 4. Okay. This is the essence of Bhakti Yoga system. You understand this point? Now, from this is the 8 verses spoken by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we have to understand this, that Mahaprabhu gave this 8 verses only. It's called Sikshastakam. And we must remember these verses. We will slowly teach you in the intermediate level and all. Know by heart this. Sikshastakam. Because only 8 verses Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wrote down and gave. Mahaprabhu did not write anything else. Krishna himself. No other philosophy. You see? So it is imperative for us to study these verses. Now we are discussing about who is the true sannyasi. Right? So na dhanam na janam na sundarim. I am not want any number of followers. We are preaching, but we are not after followers. This is Mahaprabhu's instructions. So if you find somebody who is preaching has many followers and is very proud about it, then you must be able to understand, oh, this is again Sikshastaka's instructions. And then we are not interested in beautiful women. No, we are not all those. We are not, our business is not that. Okay. If you find somebody who's calling himself a sannyasi or a guru and behaving like this, then understand this is wrong. You see, the very first stage of bhakti, at every stage of bhakti, we have to be very cautious with our behavior and what others' behavior. Otherwise, I can tell you one thing. The easiest way to cheat people into believing you know how it is? The easiest way, 2 ways. First is to smile and give a bad news, or second is to cry and give bad news. Always works. If a person keeps smiling, you say he's a very nice person when he smiles all the time. He's fooling everybody. So any person who smiles just for the sake of it, I'm very skeptical, Why is he smiling, man? What is the difficulty with this person? Always smiling. Now, people can be genuinely smiling also, nothing wrong. And you to understand the difference between it. You understand how the meaning of it. What is that saying? I always say that great actor, that Bollywood star, Amitabh Bachchan says, he wrote the poetry, what I said many times. You remember any one of you? Some of you should remember this. He says this that जो सच्चे होते हैं वो कभी कभी गुस्सा कर देते हैं पर हमने झूठों को अक्सर मुस्कुराते हुए देखा है a liar will never step out and tell you you are wrong, you idiot. Only a good person will say, you idiot. He's interested not with your friendship, yes, but want to teach you. And the same thing also, there's a saying, Doha by Kabir. I think somebody remembers this Doha of having a soap. Better to keep a soap which washes a good person is like a soap which washes the
Yes,
clothes,
Prabhu.
cleans the clothes. What is this Doha?
निंदक ने
know?
निंदक ने
Avinash, you
राखी
know?
निंदक ने राखी आंगन कुटी छवा बिन
बोले, वापस
साबुन
बोले।
पानी बिना निर्मल करे सहाय
हाँ, बोले, वापस बोले, slowly जरा बोलिए।
निंदक नियरे राखिए आंगन कुटी छवा
Yes,
बिन पानी साबुन बिना निर्मल करे सहाय.
that's right. Person who gives ninda to you is the best friend. He gives you a list of all your shortcomings. But you should know, you should not be speaking out of enviousness. That is another thing. But nowadays, people just demean you, If you speak very well, they will be demeaning you, get envious of you. If you're an intelligent person, they will minimize you, not give you opportunity. If you're good looking, they'll destroy your reputation. If you're a leader, they'll destroy your reputation. So you'll be careful about this. But generally speaking, this is how a clever person lives in this world. But how do we live in this world? By being fooled. And we happily get fooled. You want to speak a lie, he'll give a smile and gives a lie. Mirror, mirror, how do I look? Big, fat, and ugly. That's what they will not say. It's very nice. You look very handsome. You look very beautiful. He said, why do I have to worry? Why do I have to make an enemy with this person? Let it be, I say, you look very good. Wow, very nice. The person, he's my best friend. He's a best friend. Is it not so? Tell me. So next time when you hear somebody who chastises you for your correctment, you should know, Hari Kripa tab janiye jab dikhe apna dosh. When you can see your fault, and the person who chastises you, then you must understand, he is my friend. Not the person who doesn't chastise you, doesn't correct you, who always smiles with you all the time. Tell me, how many of us have fooled like this in our lives? Don't raise your hand. Or you're very honest people. Okay, raise your hand. That's fine. That's fine. All of us have been fooled like this. Till the time you came in touch with us. Now you'll not be fooled. But I'm telling you, you'll still be fooled. You'll still be fooled. It requires a lot of encouragement and a lot of capacity to understand that a person who is getting angry at me, but for my benefit, is a good friend of mine. Not that who never says anything to me at all. Yeah. I remember I was working as a very young man when I was 23, 24 years old. I was in a big position back in India at that age. And we used to have meetings. So I met one logistics company's general manager. We used to know him very personally. So I met him. And he would have one now we call meme. At the time there was no meme. There used to be a cartoon, something like this. There used to be a cartoon, and they would put a post on. He cut it out and kept it on his wall next to the desk, his cabin. So there it was written this way: if you and me, we both agree on everything, then one of us is useless. is not needed. And I liked it very much at that age. And I asked him, is it very nice? He said, yes, that's right. You see? So, जो सच्चे होते हैं वो कभी कभी गुस्सा कर देते हैं. But you do not become reject the person because the person gets angry. You see why is he getting angry. And do not accept a person because he's never telling you anything off, even when you know you are at fault. Do you understand this? It's the biggest life lessons. Now, without doing this, how can you understand Bhagavad Gita, you tell me? How can you understand Bhagavad Gita? When you're talking about self-realization, such big philosophy we are discussing, and we are getting fooled by anybody. A fool can make a fool. A chore, a person who wants to make a fool of you can easily make a fool of you. Like this, fool, with a smile or a crying. Oh, Devanshi Mother is here, Hare Krishna Mother. You have a marriage at home and you are here in the program. Your family will be very upset, man.
No, Prabhuji, it's fine. I've told them. It's okay.
You told them there's no option. Anyway, welcome. Hare Krishna. Is the ceremony going all right? Marriage ceremony is okay? Well,
Yes, right now preparation is going on. The wedding is in 3-4 days, I think. So,
wow. Okay.
yeah.
Marriage house is madness, huh? Wow. Okay.
Yes.
All the best. All the best. We used to have like this when Guru Maharaj would come traveling to Auckland, and that house would stay. It's like a marriage place. I would tell the host, there's a marriage in your home now. Everybody is coming in, moving around, working around. So I hope when you will have also leaders traveling to different places, then you also take advantage of it. Make sure that you take advantage of them, giving lectures, and having a big ceremonies and all that, for our advantage sake, no other reason. Very nice. So if you and me both always agree, then one of us is not needed. Such a nice thing, is it not so? There's a nice story about this. Some of you must have heard it. So we said 2-3 verses today, through 2-3 sayings, and memes and all that. So I'll tell you one more story there. There was a prolific thief, and he would never get caught, After a long time, he got caught, and the police caught him, put him in jail, and he was going for a long time in the jail. So the police said, okay, now you're going for a long time in jail. We are not allowing you to meet anybody else so easily. So whom would you like to meet once before you go? We put you in the dungeon. So the thief immediately said, without thinking, I want to meet my mother. Please call my mother. So the police called the mother and told the mother that, listen, he's going to go into the jail for dungeon for a long time. We kicked out. So you have to meet him. So mother went crying to meet him, Say, oh, my son, you'll be in jail. So no, sorry to see this, etc., etc. So the thief, the son, went close to her and gave her a big slap, to the mother. The cop caught a hold of him. What are you doing? You're assaulting somebody like this. He said, by your mother? He said, yes. So why? He said, I've learned a big lesson, the thief said. The lesson is this, that when I was a small child, and when the first time when I what is it, thief? I stole something. Instead of correcting me, she encouraged me. She did not stop me. She did not slap me. And because of which now I become a very big thief. If she had stopped me at that time, or one slap she had given me, I would not have become what I have become today. So this is the point. You see, it's very important to correct. And a sadhu is a person who's not afraid of telling the truth. Sadhu, sadhu, how do I look? Big, fat, and ugly. A mirror may lie sometimes, a sadhu doesn't lie. So that sadhu who speaks like this will always have no followers. Sadhu will always walk alone. He's a lion. He's not interested in having big followers and remaining in the material world. He's interested in going back to Godhead, serving Krishna. That's it, nothing else. You all got the point? Yeah. Okay. Anyone wants to debate this or any questions on this point before we move further? Right. Wonderful. Okay, Krishna, can you please share the screen? Yes, Om Prabhuji, would you like to read, please, when it starts?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Apologies Prabhuji, I need to rush to somewhere. I'll be listening to the class. We'll be joining in few.
Okay, no, that's all right. That's all right. It's fine. No problem. All the best. Okay, who would like to volunteer to read? Varunji would like to do so? Okay, Varun, please do so. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for taking the class and giving me this opportunity to read. Yes. In essence,
thank you to Om Prabhu. Thank Om Prabhu for his service in reading. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Om Prabhu, for reading and explaining us. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. In essence, this is the Bhakti Yoga system. There are many examples of the pure devotional attitude. Once, Lord Narasimha Dev told Prahlad Maharaj, "My dear boy, you have suffered so much for me. Whatever you want, ask for it." Being a pure devotee, Prahlad Maharaj refused to ask for anything. He said, "My dear master, I am not carrying out mercantile business with you. I will not accept any remuneration for my service." This is the pure devotional attitude.
So what does it mean? Varunji, what does it mean? What does it mean here? What did Prahlad Maharaj say here?
So, Prabhuji, what I could understand is Prahlad Maharaj is saying that I am not doing a transaction with you for doing service. It is I am doing it without any motive.
No, my motive is only to satisfy you. Yeah. So I'm not doing any business here, mercantile business. So please, actually, Lord Narasimha being happy, told Prahlad Maharaj, "What do you want? 5-year-old child. I'll give you. What do you want?" He said, "I don't know anything. I'm not doing business here." Just imagine this. If this opportunity come to us, we would ask for so many things, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. Do you know something? Till today, Prahlad Maharaj, till today, he's in the material world. And I may say this out of turn. I may say this out of turn. It's a little premature for your level of this beginner's program. But he is existing, he lives today also in the material world. And he lives in the material world and in one of the lower planetary systems where we would not want to go. I'll tell you. So in the a little bit more technical, but I want to share this so that we understand this a bit better, okay? In the universe, there are 14 planetary systems, not planets, planetary systems. There are a bunch of systems together, 14 levels. So earthly planetary system, they come in the Bhurloka, earthly system. You know the Gayatri Mantra, Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha. So Bhuvar is above earthly planetary systems, where not so good living beings live. If I say more, you will want to ask me more questions. I'll not say who live. Don't make notes of this, just listen to me. It's a little bit, we'll have a discussion over a period of time in the future for this. So Bhur and Bhuvar Loka. Do not go to Google it, you'll get confused. Listen to me only, please. In the future also don't Google it for now. We'll take lessons on this separately. Then there is Swara Loka, Swarga Loka. All the demigods live above them, heavenly planets. Not one, the planetary systems. Okay? Above that is Mahar Loka. Above that is Jana Loka. You know, where you see the Saptarshis, planetary systems, you see the planets, Saptarshi planets of sages. Above that is Tapaloka. Above that is Satyaloka. Satyaloka is also called Brahmaloka, where Brahma resides. The topmost in the material universe. Every material universe has this. We're talking about our planetary system here, our universe. So even other planetary systems, planets, other universes, they will also have this, but on a bigger scale. Our Brahma is small, with only 4 heads, so they're smaller. Okay, all right. As I said, this may be just words right now. Do not go deeper on the subject. I'm just giving information with a reason. So this is upper planetary system, 7 up. So earthly, Bhurloka, then Bhuvarloka, then Swargaloka, then Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, and Satyaloka. These material planetary systems. Now lower than earthly planetary systems, down. If you fall down, there is Atal, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Rasatala, and Patal, and below Patal, all other hellish planets, planetary systems. We can go either of it. If we go down, then Bhur Loka, earthly planetary systems, Atal, Vital, Sutal, Talatal. Now, there may be lower systems, that is right, but to come out of it is very difficult. Once we go down that circle, we may take unlimited lifetime to come back to the Bhur Loka system. We understand this point? Unlimited life, we may not even come back. The living beings, like we at the earthly planet system, we may hear about Swarloka and all that, right? Swargaloka, we may hear these points. That's right. But at the same time, there are lower planetary systems. Once we go down, we will not be able to come out. Hellish is even worse, so it is very bad system. Now, Atal, Vital, Sutal, Taratal, Mahatal, Rasatal, before Patal. You know where is Prahlad Maharaj situated? He was asked, he said, what I want? Make a guess. Would you like to go to any of these? Atal, Vital, Sutal, low planet systems? Any one of you would like to go there? It is dreadful. We should be shaking in our boots, as Prabhupada would say. If we don't make use of our human form of life, if we waste it, there's a good chance, even on earthly planet, we may become like a snake or an ant on earth, who knows? But this is worse going down. And there are also so many living beings are existing in species. Prahlad Maharaj is situated in Rasatala, just before Pata, with Bali Maharaj as the king. Making sure that all these rascals who do not have any information or knowledge about Krishna, what is the opportunity for them? He said, I will go there. Will we go there? Just think about it. Are we are not even ready to go down. He is sitting there to say, when these all rascals will go back, I'll go back to Godhead. Where Rasatal, before Patal, and hellish planets. And as we study more deeper, it is baffling for me also. So I make notes and I make diagrams and all this to understand this. So when verses come to me, I have to go back to this very much diagram. What happens? Okay, this is what is the situation? And we have got information about what are the distances from Earth above and below. When we are so scared to say, my God, let me finish this. I don't want to not become Krishna conscious in this life. If I fail, God knows where I will be. Right? And he is willing to go in there. This is the example of Prahlad Maharaj. Yeah. And what did he say, Prahlad Maharaj? Krishna, can you please share the screen? What is the answer to Lord Nrsingadev? Varunji, please read this.
Yes, Guruji. My dear master, I am not carrying out mercantile business with you. I will not accept any remuneration for my service.
Yeah. It is pure devotional service, pure devotional attitude. And he voluntarily chose to be like this. Okay. I think we've discussed quite a bit, and I want us to leave with this thought. Okay, we stop the screen share. That we have got this great opportunity of this human form of life on earthly planets. Now, nowadays, Kumbh Mela is happening in India, and in Kumbh, many demigods come from heavenly planets to take their bath. We want to recognize them. Okay, because this human form of life is so important. We may not get this again. If you get it, you'll be very fortunate. But it is said in devotional service, 1% you perform. If you don't finish and you die, at least somewhere, sometime, you can start from point number 2. In front of us, we see so many living beings are born. Ants are born, dogs are born, human beings are born, presidents are born, rich people are born, poor people are born in front of us. So we should be very aware to say, I could be one of them. When we kill insecticide, spray insecticide to kill germs, they're living beings. By their karma, they have got the body of germs and will kill like this. And we've got television ads, cockroach killing. Cockroaches are living beings. I'm not saying don't kill. I'm saying that we should not control. I'm not saying all those things. I'm saying we can be like this. So it's better. We have got this great opportunity by the extreme college mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who inaugurated Sankirtan movement, and Srila Prabhupada, who has given this information, taught us this. Let us become very serious. Only pure devotional service has to be performed, nothing else. In our study group, when you come, only pure devotional service has to be performed. That's why we do not keep remuneration in this business. No money is involved. That doesn't mean that at least you can be grateful, thankful. That's very important. Take advantage of this, because Prabhupada, next life, wherever we are, we may not get the opportunity. Just think about it. Okay? Hare Krishna. With this, we conclude today's discussion. We'll take about 2 minutes break. We'll come back with our Bhagavatam discussion. Okay? Thank you very much. Jai. Shri Gurudev ki Jai. Jagat Guru Shri Prabhupada ki Jai. Shri Nitai Gaur Chandra Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.